Hello, everyone. Today on the early ad, we're going to be trying a little bit more voice acting. And for this particular round of practice, I've chosen to read the part of Earl J. Woods as he appears in the Toilet Chase unproduced screenplay by Jeff Shylock, Ron Briscoe, and Earl J. Woods himself, or at least the version that existed in the early 1990s. To set the scene, Toilet Chase is set in the bleak house of Blas, where I lived with Alan and Ron and Carrie for a short time. Carrie moved out soon after. And then it was just us three bachelors and the friends that would drop by from time to time. The characters in this story include the fake version of myself, a version of Jeff, a version of Ron, a version of Alan, a version of Susan, and in flashback, Ron's parents, and an unfortunate German tourist. The scene is set in an old, crumbling house that has a toilet at the end of a long hallway, and it's quite sinister looking. And in fact, will wreak havoc on our friends. I will be reading only my own part, so it will sound somewhat nonsensical because I'll be reacting to other characters, and you can't read the screenplay with me. But hopefully, it's a useful exercise for myself, if nobody else. So we start with the first scene in which Earl is called to the phone, and he interrupts his friend Ron, who precipitates the action of the unproduced screenplay. Coming! Ron, don't! Ron, that chicken was covered with chemicals. Hurry up! Ron's puking and I want to get it on film. I'm sorry, Ron. How could you not notice that the chicken was covered in sludge? Ron puked! I got it on tape! He is really pissing me off. Shut up! Shut up! I've got to think. Mister, look out! Let's get out of here. We can't let that German tourist sacrifice be in vain. He's still outside. You fool, don't open the door. You'll let it back in. Oh, we're in some pretty stuff now. What'll we do? What'll we do? How can it cut the phone line? It's a toilet. Yeah, sooner or later it'll flush us out. He had some bad chicken. It made him sick. We didn't think that there would be more to it than that, but Jeff had to go to the bathroom. Honestly, Susan, if we had known our toilet was a blood-crazed man-killer, we wouldn't have let him go up there alone. Great Scott. It was my fault. I didn't warn him. I had to get the phone. I came into the kitchen. There was an overturned bottle of chemicals spilling goop into some leftover chicken. I cleaned up the mess, but before I could warn Ron, he'd already eaten some. Death by toilet. You know, I never thought I'd go this way. Unique, I guess. I doubt Jeff could have foreseen something like this. Purging. Ron, what exactly did you do after you puked? But which one of us is going to take the plunge? Are you sure you can bowl him over? I wish I'd said that. Look out, it's gonna blow! Maybe it thought your car was a lemon. Toilet fodder. He's wigged out. The pressure's got to him. He's cracked. Only with urinals? Doesn't that get gross when you... And we don't even have a plan B. You're not making a break for anything with that bum foot of yours. I should go for help while you distract it. No, you distract the toilet. If unplugging the toilet didn't work, why not try the opposite and plug it up real good? But your car was just metal and plastic, nothing, say, sticky. How about if we try to develop some sort of glop? Something like a mix between Jell-O and crazy glue. Messy, but effective. Yeah, something really offensive, dense but pliable. Preferably laced with noxious chemicals, and we needed a lot of it in a readily dispensable form. We'd have to deploy it in seconds, a quick drop right down the pipe. It'd have to be a direct hit. Only a direct hit will start the chain reaction. But we don't have anything like that around here. Too bad. I guess we're all gonna die. Exactly. Alright, Ron, here's the plan. We're all going to rush the toilet at once. Susan, Alan, and I will hold the toilet down while you do your duty. Yeah, a bean counter. If he doesn't put out, we're done for. Nice shooting, Ron. Now let's blow this thing and go home. It was a noble toilet once. It was really mankind that turned it to evil. Years of abuse, of swallowing our effluent. How could it not turn bitter? I guess it finally decided that it wasn't going to take any more crap from humanity. Can we? Can we really? Or, having opened this new Pandora's box, will the shadow of renegade bathroom fixtures haunt us from now until the end of time? Somehow I doubt Jeff could have foreseen that. Well, that's the end of my part in the script. I hope you enjoyed it in all its silliness, and of course you have no context, so you don't know what my lines mean or if they're funny or not, but for the purposes of this exercise, I just want to know if they conveyed any emotion, if you got some sense of where the character was and what sort of a person he was. If you have a moment to comment, I would appreciate it. And I'm going to continue to do silly things like this just to get practice in front of the microphone and to hone, I guess, the kind of performer that I aspire to be. I haven't quite figured that out yet, but this is all part of the process. Thanks very much, and this has been The Early Ad.